Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The headlines. The Buccaneers informed rookie Shilo Sanders today that he's being waived. His agent, Drew Rosenhaus, Robert Bailey, a former teammate of mine with the Ravens, added, we're hoping he get claimed off waivers. Ocho, where do you think Shilo will land?
You know what? I'm not sure where he will land. There's some teams out there that could use some depth, especially at the safety position. I'm not sure what the Bengals look like in the secondary. I think Steelers can add. The Saints can add to their secondary as well. He's going to get claimed. Where he gets claimed, I'm not sure where that would be yet. Listen, for one, he has awesome representation in Robert Bailey and Drew Rosenhaus. Obviously, they represented me while I was playing, during my tenure. So he will get picked up. Where he gets picked up, I'm not sure, but he has the right person in his corner to make sure he gets another opportunity to play the game that he loves.
Sometimes your last name can be a blessing and a curse. It's not normal that free agents have breaking news that they're being released. He's an undrafted free agent. And because his name is Sanders, the blessing and the curse, people say, well, Shannon, he only got an opportunity because his last name is Sanders. Maybe you can recall the last time an undrafted free agent, it was breaking news that he was getting released, getting waived, whatever the case may be. Go ahead, Ocho.
Anytime it's a rookie, especially an undrafted rookie, the only time they make the news, Unc, is when they get in trouble.
Right.
Is there an arrest of some sort? Anything coming out of college where they've gotten in trouble? But that's pretty much it. Because of the last name is why it's breaking news. And it's like you say, Unc, it's a gift and a curse.
Yep. And I just, hey, you sit back and you reflect and you're like, okay, it didn't work out here. Maybe somebody gives me an opportunity. It works out somewhere else. You don't know. This is the first time that Shiloh's been told he's not good enough. He's been a phenomenal player. Obviously, he got his first start with the University of South Carolina. He got a D1 scholarship. His father gets the job at Jackson State. He goes and joins his father and his brother at Jackson. And then when his dad gets the head coaching job at CU, he follows. The two sons follow their dad there. This is the very first time, and it's really hard because think about it, Ocho. He's 20. I think he's 24, 25.
Yeah.
And for the first time in 24, 25 years, somebody has told you you're not good enough. Now, it's one thing if, you get cut from your high school team, you get cut from your junior varsity team or something like that. He's 25. But think about it. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in your life, you're in your mid-20s.
Yeah.
Before someone ever utters to you, you're not good enough. Forget it be a sport. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's something. But to be told you're not good enough because your whole life you've dreamed about being an NFL player or your whole life, your dream job, whatever the case that may be, you dreamed about holding this dream job. And then all of a sudden they're like, you're not good enough. Per Yahoo Sports, we're told that Buccaneers enjoyed having Shilo in the building, viewing the son of Deion Sanders as a good kid who's at all times respectful to everyone. Shilo could, in theory, sign with the Bucs practice squad after clearing waivers. The bigger question is whether he's good enough to compete and play at an NFL level. That's always the case. That's what you weigh, Ocho, because if you bring somebody back on the practice squad, you're saying – with a year under our belt, under his belt in our system,
developing,
we think he can develop into a player that could play for us.
Yes.
Get offense, defense, and maybe he's just a backup. Maybe, they pay backups just in case people didn't know. They do pay backups in the NFL. And, he can be a special teams player. Punt return, kickoff return. Maybe he could be, whatever the case may be. Now, that's what the Bucs organization, that's what they have to weigh. Todd Bowles and that staff. I forget the general manager. I just was reading something the other day about the general manager because he was talking about, what's the linebacker they let go? He was LSU. They ended up letting him go, and he goes to Philly. Now he's found a home. I think he's at the Texans. maybe the Raiders, or whatever the case may be. But I just saw his name. That's what you have to. That's what you're up against. You got 16 spots, so that's a lot of people that you can bring in.
Mm-hmm.
All those 16 players, Ocho. Basically, we're saying that we believe with another year in our systems, offense or defense, we think down the line, he just needs a little bit more time to develop. Yeah. We think this kid might turn into a pretty good player for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's take another look at it. Let's get a bird's eye view. Let's stay with him for a year, and let's see what kind of player he turns into. So hopefully that's something. If he doesn't get claimed off waivers, hopefully he gets an opportunity. Either it's the Bucs or someone gives him an opportunity, because maybe he just needs another year to develop into an NFL player. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the case. Maybe it isn't. Everybody, that particular dream, everybody doesn't get to realize it, Ocho.
Yeah.
But you know what? My brother had a very interesting take on a dream. Mm-hmm. He said, you know what a dream is, Ocho? A dream that comes true? Uh-huh. He said it's a gift to yourself. A dream is a gift to yourself. Mm-hmm. I had very similar dreams. I need to play in the NFL.
Got to.
There are no other options. I didn't have a plan B. I got my degree, but my plan A, B, C, all the way through Z was go play in the NFL. And my determining factor was to get my family out of the situation. Now, my brother gave us a head start, but that wasn't good enough for me. He did it. I never thought there was nothing that my brother ever did that I didn't think I could do. Not one thing. He went to college. Man, I know I can go to college even though I wasn't the student that he was. Yeah. He applied himself. I never applied myself. I was, hey, I got this God-given ability. I'm extremely talented. That'll get me by. I think it's amazing when I see kids that come from lineage like a Time, like a Clay Matthews Sr., like a Bruce Matthews son, Peyton Manning. When your father has something and you still have a burning desire to get it for yourself, that's very impressive to me. Coming from our situations, Ocho, it's easy to be motivated.
Oh, yeah.
Being hungry, being hot, being cold, it's easy. Being rained on, it's easy to develop motivation. But what happens when you have none of those extenuating circumstances?
Yeah, you got to want it. You got to want it. You got to be self-motivated too. And you got to understand when you have fathers that played in the NFL that were very, very good, not just, your regularly average players, then also as a child, having to live up to that hype, having to live up to the comparison of your father. You're not being as good as your father just yet, maybe, but sometime the pressures of having to live up to in the shadow of a father that was extremely good at his craft it can be demoralizing at times.
Yes.
Not focused and locked in. I mean, a great example of one of the players who was able to do it, T.O., Terrell Owens' son. I'm sure he's had to deal with all the outside noise, but having a father like T.O. that's going to make sure you're prepared for all the nonsense that comes with, don't worry about trying to be me. Just be you. Just be best Tariq Owens that you can be. Hell, this past weekend, what'd he do? Scored. Tribute to Pops, he threw the I'm talking about, dog, that has to be one of the greatest feelings in the world, to have a son, to overcome that, or a daughter, whatever respective craft it is that they do or choose to be in, that has to be a dope feeling.
Of course. I think the thing is, Ocho, the biggest thing is are you living in your parents' shadow or are you embracing it?
That's a good one. I would never force my child to do anything they don't want to do, Unc.
No.
I would never force my child to do anything. Listen, I would love it. If you want to play football, so be it. But it's nothing I will ever force you to do.
You know why?
Ever force you to do.
You know why? Because playing football was your dream. You don't know if that's their dream. No. See, a lot of time when people force their kid to do something, they're living vicariously through the child. Now, I'm not saying in all situations, because I think everybody wants their child to be successful at his or her chosen path.
Right.
But a lot of times we see the behavior. And kids think about now, oh, my son going to the NFL. My son going to be a Major League Baseball player. My son going to be a basketball player. Let a kid be a kid.
Right.
You're not supposed to look at your child as a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to look at your child as the way out.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Or you're not supposed to live vicariously through your child because you weren't able to achieve the dreams that you want.
Couldn't do it. So now you're going to put that, hey, hopefully the child embraces and wants to be that, whatever he or she chooses, and then you nudge them along in that direction. Don't, hey, this is what you want to do. And my son very early on, he said, Dad, this ain't me. This ain't what I want.
Right. I got a question, Deion.
Yes.
I got a question for you. Now that we're talking about that, it's a great topic to talk about. When you think about fathers like Joe Jackson, fathers like Tiger Woods' pops,
yes,
Serena and Venus' dad, Beyonce's father,
yes,
fathers that actually understood early on, this is what you guys need to do to be able to reach success.
You talk about prodigies, though. You talk about what's
but Unc, you got to understand, as fathers, you never know that these prodigies are going to be what they turned out to be. You think Beyonce's dad understood that she would be one of the greatest of all time? I mean, she's just singing in the choir. You young, Joe Jackson. You have talent. You have sons that are talented. You have to put them through the work to actually get to that pinnacle that you envision. So is that not almost like the same thing? They seeing something that they weren't able to accomplish, and they feel that their child, the kids, should be able to live out their dream.
But if you go back and think about it, go back and listen to the parent. The kid was excited to get up the next day to go do it again.
Okay.
They never had to force the child to go do it.
Right.
They never like, come on, Tiger, you got to get up. Tiger was 4 or 5 years old. He already had his bag. He was ready to go.
Yeah.
Beyonce, they never had to drag Beyonce into rehearsals or say, you need to practice. Right. She was raring to go. Mike, he's with the Jackson 5. You say, hey, we got a group, nice little group. Hey, and I'm sure, but and you know, a lot of times, you know, it's hard. Tiger had a very strained relationship with his father because of things that transpired in the household with his mom. Right. We know Mike had a very troubled relationship with his father. He ended up firing his dad as soon as he left the group. I think in '79, fired his dad. All of them ended up firing their dad as their manager.
Right.
So we understand but as a child, you don't understand that, Ocho. You don't understand that your parent, mom or dad is trying to push you in a direction because they see something in you that you don't see yourself.
Yeah.
But the child has to want it because if he or she begrudgingly do it.
Yeah. Listen, when they get old enough, to make their own decisions, all the work that you put in, it's gonna go to waste because the child is gonna turn. Now you know what? This ain't what
that ain't what I want. Because we've seen them. Man, I ain't even want to play no more football. Right. I ain't even want to play no more basketball. And here's the thing. I saw somebody and he says two things: motivation and discipline. When you're not motivated, are you disciplined enough to go do what you need to do?
Yeah.
Motivation. Oh yeah, Ocho. I'm motivated. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, there's a certain level. When the motivation is not there, because you're not going to be motivated every single day, every single time. But will you be disciplined? Understanding and realizing what it takes to get to where you ultimately wants to go.
Two more examples.
What's that?
Ball and what he did with the ball.
Yes.
Ball, and Amon-Ra St. Brown's father as well. Hey, magic. Creating magic.
Yeah. But he said, hey, the boys, hey, they wanted to be at the gym.
Yes.
And it's easy when someone is motivated and they're disciplined. That's the easiest person, because you look at the greats. Michael Jordan is extremely talented. But look at the motivation. Look at the discipline that he had. Look at LeBron. Look at a Kobe. You look at the greats of the greats.
Yes.
Not only are they extremely talented, they're extremely driven individuals. I'm talking about obsessed.
Yeah.
Serena was obsessed. That's when when 20, 30, 40 years from now, when we talk about some of the best female tennis player, that's why she's always going to be mentioned, because she was obsessed with it. Yes, she's ultimately talented. To be able to, for her to be able to move around the court like she could with that powerful forehand.
Yeah.
Federer, he's on clouds, like he's ballet. He's Baryshnikov with a racket. But We wish the best. We wish the best for all these guys, but some of these, sadly, is going to come to an end. Some of these guys are not going to get what do we call it, Ocho? Practice squad opportunities.
Yeah.
Some of these guys, it's over. It's the end of the road.